Hello everyone and welcome back to Blues Fans TV. I am still joined by the lovely Leonie and we are going to do our weekly roundup show as we do every week, and I quite like this one because we get to talk about not only Chelsea but how our opposition's playing as well and how their weekend went, because at the end of the day we're getting towards the end of the season now and everything that our rivals do, particularly Man United and Leicester, affects us because we need the top 4 spot. I'm getting more confident as the days go on that we can get top 4. But we're just so inconsistent, so it's really hard to tell, isn't it? Anyway, we're going to start off though with talking. We've got a few talking points here, but we want to start off, and I think the only place to start off is Billy Gilmour now. Billy is an amazing player. He was brought from Rangers by Chelsea at the age of 15, which is incredibly young, and already be getting his start at the age of 18. I mean, credit to Frank Lampard for actually, you know, having the balls to play him, because a lot of managers wouldn't bother. And he's now received 2 Man of the Match awards against both Liverpool sides, so Liverpool and Everton. He's been amazing, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, I've loved him. So I watched him play yesterday in the Everton game, and he's incredible. His work rate is second to none, and he's always trying to find space. He's always wanting the ball. He's so hungry as well. Yeah. It's really great to see.
He's a really fast player, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Like for such a young guy, and he's small. He's not like a tall. He's not, you know, he hasn't got strength on his side. I would say, you know, his a bit like Kante really. He's small and he's one of our best players. Yeah. So it's also an advantage, I think, being small. You can run around players. Lots of pundits have been talking about him. I think Roy Keane compared him to the next Paul Scholes, or thought there were similarities there. What do you think about that?
I'll roll with it, to be honest. Yeah, it's good. And you know, if Billy Gilmour hears something like that, he's obviously going to be delighted, because we all know Paul Scholes is a bit of a legend, as you know. Don't always like to admit it. No. Yeah,
not a Chelsea legend, but a Man United legend. Do you think Billy will keep a first team place next season when we do have more cup signings come in?
Do you know what? I think the way Frank's going at the minute, I think Frank will give him a chance. I really do. And I think sometimes with injuries, yeah, Gilmour is playing because we've got injuries, but I think it's a blessing in disguise, really. And I think the more he plays, the more confident he's going to be. I think he will start scoring as well, which will be fantastic to see. Yeah. And like we said before, 2 Man of the Matches in 2 games. You know, his confidence is going to be high, and I think we just, you know, you've got to keep playing him. He's not giving us a reason not to play him, so I think just keep going and see where he goes.
Yeah, Frank did say he plays players based on merit. There's an article also of Mason Mount saying he's going to keep Billy grounded. I suppose when you're that young and you're playing for a team like Chelsea, one of the best teams in the league, if not the best team, you know, I'm just going to be biased there, you don't want to go from being really good to overly confident.
Exactly.
Confidence is good,
yeah,
but you don't want to get too ahead of yourself, do you?
No, but I think he's got good players in the team to ground him as well, and obviously, like Azpilicueta, captain, he's also someone that can, you know, sort of mellow players out if they need to be mellowed out. And I just think 18 years old, I'm excited. I'm excited for him.
But it's amazing that he gets Man of the Match without even scoring a goal, because a lot of teams base their Man of the Match around the goal scorers, I think. Yeah. But just like Kante, and I actually sort of compare the two a little bit, because just like Kante, what he does on the pitch is okay, he gets the odd goal every now and again, but that's not important. Kante has been a vital part of our team for years, because ever since he came in, because of what he does on the pitch without scoring any goals.
Exactly, and without the ball as well. Yeah. All that moving into space, you know, he's there, he's present all the time, and I can see, you know, elements of that with Gilmour. Yesterday he was just running into space, he was finding space, and it was really good to watch, and a lot of the fans around me are really buzzing about him as well.
It's crazy as well, like even against Liverpool, he's running around players that are so experienced, expensive players, you know, and especially in the Liverpool game, like, they have won the league this year by a mile. Well, they've not. Okay, it hasn't been confirmed, but they've more or less have, and we'll get onto that in a minute. But to be doing that, and you've only had, what, 2 or 3 games, is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I don't know any other players. Are there any other players that are doing that? But I think Frank has a lot of belief in him, quite clearly.
And so he should, definitely. Yeah. And it is great to see. And again, it's youth, isn't it? And
yeah, which I think a lot of the fans want to see. I mean, obviously, we do need some more experienced players to come in the summer. I would be shocked. I mean, I think personally Frank would be very disappointed if we didn't get a few players in the summer, because you need experienced players around young players as well. But I think they can both work together. I'd love to see Billy Gilmour playing with, like, you know, the likes of our new signing Hakeem and other players that are going to come in, which would be fantastic. So moving forward, then we've talked about Billy enough. But go online, read some articles about him. You know, he's and I also think the Instagram account of Chelsea's getting much better. Have you seen?
Yeah.
They're posting a lot of like, I don't know, more uplifting stuff, I suppose.
I think so, and it's good. It's good for the fans to see, isn't it?
Yeah, especially on match days and everything like that. Moving on then to our next point is Kepa. Now, he is a controversial one, isn't he? I mean, controversial, or maybe it's well-deserved criticism. Can't fault him for the last couple of games. He's kept 2 clean sheets against 2 very good teams.
Especially against Liverpool, he made some very good saves.
Yeah, so you can't judge him for that. But I think his overall form this season, and if you're a £70 million goalkeeper that's been dropped by your manager during the season, something obviously is they're not happy with his performances overall. So there is rumours, and they are just rumours, of Real Madrid potentially wanting him in the summer. I don't think we'd make the money back for him, though. I
don't think we would at all, no. No, I don't think we would. But I think 70 million was a very high price tag anyway, and he is quite young still, and you know it's a lot of pressure for him, I guess, as a player to have that price tag on him. But I think it was a bold decision for Frank to drop him for a few games, but he's come back, and I think it's worked out well in the end.
Yeah, most teams only have their one main goalkeeper, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, nearly everyone does. Frank's not obviously afraid to mix it up.
Yeah, and I love Willie as well. I think Willie, you know, stick him there, he can do a job, can't he?
Yeah. I mean, I like Caballero. I think Caballero is a good goalkeeper. Yeah. A good second choice, a good choice for FA Cup games, for Capital One Cup games. Is it the Capital One Cup still, or is it changes all the time? But yeah, I think there's room for both. Is there any truth to these Real Madrid rumours, do you think?
Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. But
yeah, you've normally got to wait until the summer, I think, or the last couple of weeks of the summer to really find out what's going on. But I don't think. I mean, we'd have to look at other potential goalkeepers because we would need a replacement. But I think we'd lose a lot of money if we let him go now. But then, okay, maybe moving forward, and what Frank has next season, maybe he doesn't see him as the price tag that he is.
Yeah.
Do you?
Well, I think, yeah, like I say, 70 mil is a very high price tag, but I think, you know, he has been inconsistent, especially with the final last year as well with Sarri. There was that, which wasn't great.
No.
But I think he is learning.
Do you think he should have gone off?
Yeah.
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 I mean, I do too. I understand what he was saying. He was saying, no, I'm not actually injured. If your manager says you've got to go, you've actually got to get off the pitch. So I don't think Kepa's done himself any favours in terms of attitude. I'm not sure how he is in training. Obviously, none of us know. We don't know behind closed doors. But has he lived up to the price tag so far? No. Has he had a run of good games from the last week against very good teams? Absolutely. Yeah. And you can't fault fault that.
You can't. Give him credit where credit's due, I think.
Exactly. So let's see if there is any truth over the coming months, especially when it gets to the summer transfer window. We'll keep you updated with that. But so far, he's staying put. These are just the rumours that are slightly out there. Anyway, moving on then, we're now going to talk about our rivals, United. Now, they won against City 2-0 yesterday. Good performance from Ollie's team, actually.
Yeah. I was quite shocked, actually, by the result, to be honest. But obviously not the result that we wanted as Chelsea fans.
No.
But, you know, United are having one of those seasons as well, aren't they? Up and down.
What do you think of Ollie?
I don't mind him, to be honest. I think he's got a lot of stick. And I think if he's given the time, I think he could do things. Yeah. But, you know, some fans are fickle, aren't they?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I'm not sure if I think he's a great manager. I think United, ever since Alex Ferguson left, have just not been the same team. But they were good yesterday. I think City losing yesterday basically means that Liverpool have more or less.
I think it's done, isn't it?
Yeah,
let's be honest.
City haven't even been that great this season.
No.
I mean, yeah, okay, fine, they're ahead of us, but compared to if you're comparing them to their normal standard, they've not really been.
Well,
that
even
great.
Leicester as well. Leicester have had inconsistent games as well. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, Liverpool are just different league, aren't they?
Yeah, totally different.
I hate to admit it, but they are.
Yeah, totally. We did beat them last Tuesday, though. But anyway, moving on. I mean, listen, it is going to be a race. I think the top four is going to go right down to the end.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be as clear-cut. I think there's going to be shock results for us. I think it's going to be shock results for them. United can win against City one week and then lose against the Leicester team, just like we've done all season.
It's just such a funny season, isn't it?
Why are we losing against the Leicester teams?
Beyond me. It really is to beat Tottenham that time and then lose to Southampton. Well, it's just it's a funny season.
Well, we're hoping that this sort of resolves itself over the summer and next season. I think we're actually talking about a more consistent season, but I do think Frank will be aiming for top four. I would love to see us win a trophy. Do you think we can win the FA Cup this year?
Yeah.
You do?
I think we can beat Leicester. I think we can do that. I mean, we'll see who we get next round, but
yeah, we'll just quickly touch on injuries then, because that is going to affect us going towards the end. I think we've got more injuries than most teams.
Yeah.
Kante is still out, and he's not really been available for a lot of the season.
No.
Which is a blow to Chelsea, I think.
It is, but then you look at these last 2 results, we've not had him and we've won. So, but he's a great player. I can't rate him enough as a player.
Yeah, and we're quite lucky that we've had Billy in the last couple of games, but he hasn't featured all season. So our injuries have affected us. We didn't have Rudiger for the start. He's come back and he's not always had the best of games. We've had a good week. Absolutely, but next week equally we could also be talking about a loss. So we really don't want to go down that route. But yeah, I'm thrilled with how the boys are playing at the moment. I think we need to give credit. Of course, we never know what's going to happen. We've got a couple more months left of this league, this season, and time will tell. But I think we do need to monitor what Man United are doing. We do need to monitor what Leicester are doing. Yeah. And we need to play it by ear and see how we, not get too ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, take each game as it comes, I think.
Yeah, and I think sometimes when you've gone a bit of a good run of form, you tend to get not overly confident, but maybe a bit comfortable. And I actually think Everton probably came into the game at the weekend thinking they were going to win. And
like rightly so, because the way we've played, especially home form as well. I mean, if I was an Everton player, I'd look at that game and think, it's doable. Yeah,
but they sort of seem to collapse. So last but not least then, we're going to talk about the coronavirus, which is wild to say. I never thought I'd have to say it. It's becoming a really serious thing in the sporting world, because obviously if you're looking at the games we've got Bayern Munich, for instance, and apparently Germany are now saying they may actually cancel fans for that game. So that means no Chelsea fans will be able to travel, and we will keep you updated with that. Obviously health and safety reasons. It's wild how it's spreading so much. It is a flu, it's a strain of flu. Yeah. People die from flu every year. Yeah. But I think with this one, obviously because they don't have a cure for it, everyone's being much more overly cautious. And I think even Italy have said they're going to play their Serie A games inside without fans for a while, which is wild. But at the end of the day, we're in a stadium where there's 30, 40,000 people, 50,000 people. And if somebody has it, then that's spreading like wildfire, isn't it?
Exactly.
Is everyone overreacting or?
It's hard to tell, isn't it? I mean, you watch the news every day and death tolls are going up and everything. But yeah, it's one of those. And, if they do cancel sporting events or they tell fans not to travel, where's the line with it? And how far do you take it? And how long will that go on for? It's really difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be sad for the fans that have booked. If you've booked to go to Munich already, please do look on the Chelsea website. I'm sure there'll be updates for that. Obviously, it is next week, so you may want to just sort of check check the travel advice. I think if you go onto the government websites, they give you all sorts of travel regulations and what the risks are, so please do look out for that. If some of you haven't booked your hotels yet, I'd probably hold off just in case, because you don't want to lose all that money. But yeah, it'll be a shame for the fans if they can't go, especially in a game where we're 3-0 down already.
And we're going to win 4-0.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, exactly. You never know. I'll probably miss those goals too. But obviously you need the fan support. That's what they'll need. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it will be a shame. But we'll keep up to date with that, and hopefully they don't cancel it. But if it is a health and safety thing, then it is what it is, and you have to follow those rules. Anyway, not the best to end the weekly roundup on that point, but we love Billy Gilmour.
There you go.
Yeah, let's leave it at that.